Good afternoon, all of you. How are you all? Very happy today, right? Not happy? So tomorrow you are going to write your examination, FA2 examination. Are you all prepared? Prepared. Very good. So which unit did I give? Third unit. Don't forget that. In third unit, we have A reading, B reading, and C reading. So in your examination, you will be given 20 multiple choice questions and answers. You will have to do it neatly. Okay. Shall we move on to our lesson? Okay, students, here we go. Class 7th English Unit for C reading, The Emperor's New Clothes. So this is the lesson that we are going to learn today. The Emperor's New Clothes. So our today's agenda is introduction, vocabulary, explanation of the lesson, and at the end of the session, I will be giving you a small homework. And in case of vocabulary, the first word is looms. Am I audible to you all? Can you all hear? Can you all hear? Satuya, can you unmute? Oh, okay, good. Okay, the first word is looms. What do you mean by loom? A frame or machine for interlacing at right angles two or more sets of threads or yarns to form cloth. So you can see the picture of a loom here. I will show you one another pic as well. A lady, she's weaving here. Can you all see this pic here? Okay, this is the picture of a loom. And in case of procession, the next word is procession. Procession, it means a number of people or vehicles moving forward in an orderly fashion, especially as part of a ceremony. So procession, it means a number of people or vehicles moving forward in an orderly fashion, especially as part of a ceremony. And here we go ahead with the lesson. The emperor's new clothes. Many years ago, there was an emperor who was so fond of new clothes that he spent all his money on them. So many years ago, there was an emperor who was so fond of new clothes. You people are also very fond of new clothes, isn't it? When your father is bringing a new clothes for you, you will be very happy. So here, the emperor was very fond of new clothes that he spent all his money on them. So he is a man who doesn't care of his pupil. So he doesn't want anything else, but he is very fond of new clothes. Always he wanted to wear new clothes. One day, two men came to the emperor's court. One day what happened is that two men, they came to the emperor's court and they were weavers. They were weavers. They said, we can make the most beautiful cloth in the world. The emperor was very happy because we already know that the emperor was so fond of new clothes. He wanted to wear new clothes every day. So here, two men came to the emperor's court and they said that they were weavers. They can weave clothes. We can make the most beautiful cloth in the world. The emperor was very happy. Our cloth is also very special. Our cloth is also very special. What is the speciality? Only wise men can see it. Fools cannot see. Is there a cloth something like that in our world? If you wear the cloth, only the wise men can see the cloth. And the fools cannot see the cloth. So that is the speciality of them. They can create, they can make clothes. Only wise men can see it. The fools cannot see the cloth. Then the emperor said that, that's very good, thought the emperor. When I wear the clothes made with it, I will know who is wise and who is foolish. So if there is a cloth, something like that, we can easily find out who is wise and who is foolish, isn't it? Am I correct? Yes. So there is no cloth present on earth like that. If you wear a cloth, only the wise men can see the cloth and the fools cannot see the cloth. So here, these men said that they can create the cloth, the most beautiful cloth in the world, but there is a speciality. There is something special about the cloth. Only the wise men can see it, the fools cannot see. Then the emperor thought that it's very good because I can easily find out who is wise and who is foolish in my kingdom. The emperor gave the men a lot of money. Start weaving at once. The emperor wanted to wear that cloth. That's why he said he gave them a lot of money and he said them that start weaving at once. He told them. They set up 2 looms. They set up 2 looms. For what purpose? To weave the cloth. And pretended to be very busy. And they pretended to be very busy. Though they had nothing at all on the looms, they had nothing at all. But they pretended to be very busy. They asked for the finest silk and the poorest gold thread. Then they asked the emperor the finest silk and the poorest gold thread. They put these in their own bags and they worked at the empty looms until late at night. So these 2 people, these 2 men, they just came to cheat the emperor. They knew that the emperor is very fond of new clothes. That's why they wanted to cheat the emperor to gain some money. Actually, did they weave anything on the loom? They didn't do anything. They just acted making some clothes, but they didn't even keep the finest silk on the loom. They kept the loom in their bags and they just acted like they're making the cloth. Say, they put these in their own bags and they worked at the empty looms until late at night. I should like to know how those weavers are getting on with my cloth. So the emperor wanted to know how they are making the cloth. Thought the emperor, only wise men can see the cloth. I will send my old minister, who is the wisest man in the court. So then the emperor thought that only the wisest men can see only the wise men from the kingdom can only see the cloth. That is why the emperor planned to send his old minister to check how the work is going on. So see here this paragraph. I should like to know how those weavers are getting on with my cloth, thought the emperor. Only wise men can see the cloth. I will send my old minister, who is the wisest man in the court. So the good old minister went into the room in which the men were working at the empty looms. So the emperor sent his wisest men to the room where the 2 men are weaving the cloth. So the good old minister went into the room in which the men were working at the empty looms. What can be the meaning of this? Thought the old man, opening his eyes very wide. I cannot see anything on the looms. The old minister, he went into the room and he looked at the loom. Did he see anything? He didn't see anything there. Why? Because actually there is nothing on the loom. They are just acting like they are waving. They are just acting like they are waving. They already said that only the wise men can see the cloth. If the old minister is telling that he cannot see anything on the loom, so the people will think that the minister is not wise. The minister is a fool. That is why when he looked at the loom, he didn't see anything. Why? I cannot see anything. The old minister thought, am I not wise? Am I a fool? The thought just ran in his mind. Say the next paragraph. Come a little nearer, said the men to the minister. Isn't the cloth beautiful? Come a little nearer, come a little closer, said the men to the minister. Who is the men here? It means the weavers. They came to cheat the emperor. Said the men to the minister, isn't the cloth beautiful? They asked the old minister, isn't the cloth beautiful? They pointed to the empty loom. Whenever we look at the loom, we cannot see anything because These two men, they are just trying to cheat the emperor and the kingdom, the people of that kingdom. The poor old minister looked hard. He could see nothing on the looms, for nothing was there. Actually, there was nothing. Actually, there was nothing. They just came to cheat the emperor and the ministers. They wanted to get it. They wanted to grab a lot of money from them. That was the intention of the two people who came to the kingdom. See, they pointed to the empty looms. The poor old minister looked hard. He could see nothing on the looms, for nothing was there. What he thought, is it possible that I am a fool? Then the old minister thought himself that, is it possible that I am a fool? Am I a fool? That's why I cannot see anything on the loom. Well, sir, said one of the men, how do you like the cloth? Then the old minister said that, oh, it's splendid. Oh, it's splendid. It's very beautiful. It's fantastic, he said. Actually, the old minister did not see anything. But he didn't mean to say that he was a fool. That's why he said that, oh, it's splendid, it's excellent, it's marvelous, it's very good, said the minister. Now the emperor thought he would like to see the cloth. Now the old minister might have said the emperor that the cloth which is made by the weavers is excellent. That's why now the emperor himself wanted to see the cloth. Then so he called his officers and went with them to the weaver's room. Then the emperor, he called his officers and went with them to the weaver's room. Isn't the cloth beautiful? Said the old minister, pointing to the empty looms. How is this? Said the emperor to himself. I can see nothing at all. Am I a fool? Oh, it's beautiful, said the emperor aloud. So when they went into the weaver's room, what happened? There was nothing on the loom. But no one wanted to say that there was no cloth on the loom. They all wanted to be wise men. That's why even though there was nothing on the loom, they all acted like they were wise and they said that, oh, the cloth was excellent. The dress that have been making or that have been made by the weavers, the cloth was excellent, they said. Actually, the people, the officers, the old minister, the king, they did not see anything on the loom. But they all said that the cloth was excellent. Why they said like that? Because they wanted to impress the king, telling that there was cloth by being or pretending like wise men. Then the king also, the emperor also said that, oh, it looked very beautiful. All the officers looked keenly. They all observed keenly. They saw nothing on the looms, but they all said, it's very beautiful. Even though they did not see any cloth on the looms, they said that it looked very beautiful. It's very beautiful. For the great procession next week, said the old minister, kindly wear robes, kindly wear clothes made of this cloth. The emperor agreed. So next week, what is going to happen? There is a procession. So during that procession, the old minister said to the emperor that you should wear this cloth. You should wear this cloth. Actually, there is a cloth on the loom. There is no cloth on the loom. The weavers, they were just pretending. They were just acting like they are making the cloth. So the old minister said that there is a great procession next week. So kindly wear robes, kindly wear dresses made of this cloth. The emperor agreed. The weavers worked harder than ever. The weavers, they just pretended. They just acted like they were working. They worked harder than ever. At last, they said the cloth was ready. Finally, the cloth was ready. Actually, did the weavers make the cloth? They didn't do anything. They simply said that only the wise men can see it. And they started weaving something. They pretended like weaving. Actually, there was no dress on the loom. The weavers worked harder than ever. At last, they said the cloth was ready. They cut in the air with a huge pair of scissors. They took a huge pair of scissors. They just acted like cutting the cloth. Actually, there was a cloth on their hands. Their hands, there was nothing. But they took the cloth and they just cut it. But there was nothing. It means they pretended like cutting. There was nothing. The weavers worked harder than ever. At last they said the cloth was ready. They cut in the air with a huge pair of scissors. They stitched the clothes with needles without any thread in them. They stitched the clothes. Then they started stitching the clothes with needles without any thread in them. So these two weavers, they just acted like they are making the clothes. But there was no cloth actually. See, they cried at last, the emperor's new clothes are ready. Finally, they said that the emperor's new clothes are ready. See everyone. But everyone will see it and they all say that there was cloth. Actually, there was no cloth at all. The emperor went to the weavers with his officers. The weavers raised their hands in the air and said, these are the trousers and this is the coat. So the emperor went to the weavers with the officers. The weavers, they raised their hands in the air and said, so one of the weaver, he simply raised his hand and said that this is the trouser, this is the trouser, and this is the coat. Actually, there was no trouser, there was no coat at all. It is so light, said one of them. So one of the weavers, he said that it is so light, you can easily wear it. You won't even feel the clothes, said the other. So you can see the procession is going on and the emperor is wearing the magical clothes, which can only be seen by the wise men. Are you people wise? Can you see the clothes on the picture? No, if you cannot see the clothes on the picture, you are fools only. Because only the fools can see the clothes. So you can see the emperor. He is going on with the procession. Is he wearing anything on his body? His body is naked, isn't it? Am I correct? Yes. So the weavers here simply cheating the emperor to grab money from him. See, that is the beauty of it, said one officer. Yes, said all the others. That is the beauty of it. But they couldn't see anything. There was nothing to see. Actually, there was no cloth at all. There was nothing to see. These weavers, they acted like making clothes and cheating the emperor. But the emperor, he didn't want to say that he didn't want to accept that he was a fool. That's why he said that there was cloth on the looms, there was cloth on the hands of the weavers, and he himself was saying that the cloth was beautiful. That is the beauty of it. But they couldn't see anything. There was nothing to see. Will your majesty take off your clothes, said the men. Then the men, the weavers, they said that, will your majesty, please emperor, take off your clothes, remove your clothes and put on this new dress. Then you can put on your new clothes. The emperor took off all his clothes. The emperor removed all his clothes. Now he is naked. Naked, it means without any dress on. Then the men made a show of putting new clothes on him. Then the men made a show, just they acted like putting the new clothes on the body of the emperor. Actually, there was no clothes at all. See, the men made a show of putting new clothes on him. The emperor stood in front of a mirror and turned round and round. How well his majesty looks in his new clothes, cried all his officers. Then all his officers said that how well his majesty looks in his new clothes. Actually, the emperor was naked there. Actually, the emperor was naked. He hasn't worn any clothes on his body. He is naked. But the officers said that how well, how beautiful it is. Our majesty looks in his new clothes. Then the emperor walked along in the procession. Then the emperor, without wearing any cloth, he is going on with the procession. People in the streets cried, how beautiful the emperor's new clothes are. So the people, whoever has seen the emperor in a naked manner, in naked, they all said that how beautiful the emperor's new clothes are, because all the people also wanted to tell the emperor that they are all wise men. That's why they said that how beautiful the emperor's new clothes are. But he has got nothing on at all, said a little child. Then there was a child. He said the truth. He said the truth. What was the truth? There was no dress on the emperor's body. The emperor was attending the procession naked without wearing any dress. Usually, truth comes out from the children's mouth. Am I correct? In that kingdom, all the officers, even the king and all the people, they all said that the emperor has worn a beautiful dress. Actually, there was no dress on his body. The weavers, in the beginning, they said that only the wise men can see the clothes. So all the people, all the officers, even the emperor wanted to show others that they were very wise. That's why they said that there was cloth. Even the emperor has worn the cloth where actually he didn't wear any cloth on his body. But he's got nothing on at all, said a little child. And one person said to the other, he has nothing on at all. He has nothing on. He has nothing on, cried all the people. The emperor felt unhappy. When the people started telling that there was no cloth on the emperor's body, the emperor felt unhappy. He knew that the people were right. The emperor knew that the people were right. He had nothing on, but the procession had to go on. But the procession had to go on. So this is what happens to a foolish person. Actually, the emperor should take care of his people. Am I correct? In a kingdom, he was the leader. He had to take care of his people. Instead of that, the emperor always wished to wear new clothes. He didn't even take care of his people who were living in that kingdom. Instead, he always spent a lot of money on clothes. So he was a very proud man as well. So that's why the two weavers who came to his kingdom, they entirely cheated the emperor and they took a lot of money from the emperor. So if you are not doing your duty in a right manner, somebody will cheat you, isn't it? Just a second. Okay. So what is the moral of this lesson? You will have to do your duty in a right way. Otherwise, you will be fooled. If you want to be successful, you will have to do your duty perfectly. So that's all about this lesson. In this lesson, there was an emperor who was very fond of clothes. So one day, two men came to his kingdom and said that they could make the most beautiful dress in the world. So the emperor thought that if he wears that dress, everyone will admire him. That's why he asked them to make the cloth. Then what happened? These weavers, they were very fraud people. They wanted to cheat the emperor to get a lot of money from him. That's why they just gave a suggestion to the emperor that only the wise men can see the cloth. If you are fool, you cannot see the cloth. Then they started weaving the cloth. Actually, they just pretended to be making the cloth. Actually, there was no thread on the loom. They didn't make any cloth. And finally, what happened? They cheated the emperor clearly, and they might have gone with the money of the emperor. And the emperor might have felt shame on his people. The emperor himself had been fooled by the weavers. Okay, so that's all about this lesson. And now I will unmute somebody and just read 2 or 3 paragraphs. Okay, Bhaskar, can you unmute? Can you read the first 2 paragraphs?
Yes, sir.
Go on.
The emperor's new clothes. Many years ago, there was an emperor who was fond of clothes that he spent as his money on them. One day, two men came to the emperor's closet. We was that they said. We can make the most beautiful clothes.
Bhaskar, we are getting a lot of
The
disturbance
emperor
from
was
your side.
very happy.
So, Abhirama, can you unmute? Abraham, can you unmute? Okay, read the first two paragraphs.
Our the emperor's new clothes. Many years ago, there was an emperor who was so fond of new clothes that he spent all his money on them. Once day, two men came to the emperor court. We weavers, they said, we can make the most beautiful cloth in the world. The emperor was very happy. Our cloth is also very special, said the men. Only wise men can see it. Fools cannot. That's very good, thought the emperor. When I wear the clothes made with it, I will know who is wise, who is foolish.
Okay, that's enough. Hima, can you unmute?
The emperor gave the men a lot of money. Start weaving at once. He told them they set up 2 looms and pretended to be very busy. Thought they had nothing
They
at all.
pretended to be very busy. Pretended.
He pretended to be very busy. Thought they had nothing at all on the looms. They asked for the finest silk and the purest gold thread. They put this in their own bags and they worked at the empty looms until late at night. I should like to know how those weavers are getting on with my cloth, thought the emperor. Only wise men can see the cloth. I will send my old minister, who is wisest man in the court. So the good old minister went into the room in which the men were working at the empty looms. What can be the meaning of this? Thought the old man, opening his eyes very wide. I cannot see anything on looms.
Okay, fine. Srinidhi. Srinidhi, can you unmute?
Many years ago, there was an emperor who was. Come a little nearer.
Start from here.
Okay, sir. Come a little near, said the men to go. The minister is not the cloth beautiful. These pointed to the empty looms. The poor old minister looked hard. He could see nothing on the looms, for nothing was there. What? He thought. Is it possible that I am a fool? Well, sir, said one of them. One of the men. How do you like the cloth? Oh, it's splendid, said the minister. Now the.
Okay, enough. Rehan.
Thought he would like to see the cloth. So he called him officer and went with the to the wear room. It the cloth beautiful.
Listen to the cloth beautiful.
Said the old minister. Point of the empty looms. Looms. How is this? Said the empire of himself. I can't see anything at all. Am I a fool? Oh, It's beautiful, said the empire aloud.
Emperor, aloud. Harika.
All the officers looked keenly. They saw nothing on looms, but they all said, "It's very beautiful for the great procession next week," said the old minister. "Kindly wear robes made of his cloths." The emperor agreed. The weavers worked harder than ever. At last, they said the cloth was ready. They cut in the air with a huge pair of scissors. They switched to cloths with needles without any thread in them. "See," they cried at last, "the emperor's new clothes was ready." The emperor went to the weavers with his officers. The weavers raised their arms in air and said, "These are our trousers, and his is the coat. It's so light," said one of them. "You would not even feel the cloth," said the another.
Okay, enough. Ramcharan. No. Tanuja.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
That's the beauty of it, said one officer. Yes, said all the others. That's the beauty of it. But they couldn't see anything. There was nothing to see. "Will your majesty take off your clothes?" said the men. "There you can put on your new clothes." The emperor took off all his clothes. The men made a show of putting new clothes on him. The emperor stood in front of a mirror and turned round and round. "How well his majesty looks in his new clothes!" cried all his officers.
And all his officers.
Officers.
Okay, fine. Enough. Anshu, can you unmute? Okay, go ahead with the last paragraph.
Then the emperor walked along. In the procession. People in the streets cried, "How beautiful the emperor's new clothes are! But he's got nothing on at all," said a little child. And one person said to her other, He has nothing on at all. He has nothing on. He has nothing on," cried all the people. The emperor felt unhappy. He knew that the people were right. He had nothing on, but the procession had to go on.
Okay. That's all for today. And don't forget that tomorrow you will be having examination. Okay. Don't forget about the syllabus. It's the 3rd unit, A, B, and C reading. So read those 3 lessons carefully and write your examination. Okay, thank you all.
Good afternoon, students. Okay, good afternoon. How are you all? Hope all are fine. Good. Okay, students, today we are going to discuss about chapter 7, handicrafts and handlooms. What is the topic? Handicrafts and handlooms. Before we start our session, let me ask you, what do you mean by handicraft? Do you know anything about handicraft? Who is ready to tell me answer? Chetan is ready, I think. Okay, Chetan, it's your turn. Please tell me what you know about handicraft, Chetan.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Very good afternoon.
Handicrafts means they will do with their own hands.
Okay, with
Handicrafts,
that,
anything with weaving or something, anything.
okay, fine. Or making baskets, pots. This all come under handicrafts. So generally, where we can see this type of activities, more this type of activities where we can find.
Don't know, sir.
Okay, so let me ask Harika, please unmute.
Sir,
Okay,
good afternoon, sir.
actually, Chetan said that the human being who make baskets, pots, that all come under handicrafts. Okay, second question is where we can see more this type of activities.
I don't know, sir.
You don't know, fine. Then can you tell me what do you mean? What do you understand about handlooms?
Handlooms?
Yes.
No idea, sir.
Handicrafts and handlooms is our topic. The same way, handicrafts only, but they use some sort of like what we call techniques to make, especially with threads, they make cloths. Did you observe that? Khadi, dresses, cloths, these all come under weaving. Okay, weaving with the threads generally. Just before you learned, I think, about looms, hand looms. Yes or no? Saris and Gadwal saris and different part of your region, you can see different people engage in making cloths with the different types of raw material, especially threads, silks. Is it? So these all come under handlooms. Okay, so in this topic, we are going to discuss about handicrafts and handlooms. And the people who engage in handicrafts works and the same time, what are the problems they are facing nowadays? Because, you know, already you have learned about farmers, the farmers condition. Okay, Vardhini, please unmute. Yes. Vardhini, yes. Vardhini, you can unmute and speak. 1 second. Please unmute once again. Yes.
Sir, handlooms means saris, doing saris or
Very
cloths.
good, very good, very good. Your answer
towels.
will be correct. Just okay, same. Very good, very good. With the different types of threads, the people who make saris, cloths. Okay, fine. So now we are discussing about. Already we have learned about the farmers who work in the field or who engage in the agriculture field. What are the problems they are facing in their day-to-day life? Everything we have discussed in the previous classes. Am I right? So because lack of proper inputs and the income is not sufficient for their expenditure, so day-to-day expenses is increasing, but their income is not up to their climatical change is also one more problem they are facing in their day-to-day life. This all we have discussed in the previous classes. The same way here, handicrafts and handloom works. Nowadays, you know, everywhere we have some like what we call artificial intelligence. Suppose latest machine many factories or industries, they implemented latest machines, and with that they are making different types of cloths and pots, etc. So that also highly affected on the handicraft people who live in the villages. Is it? Yes. And one more second question answer is most of the people who work in the handicrafts or handloom works we can see in the rural areas, especially in villages. At the same time, like tribal society, some of the tribes who live in the forest, they are also making different types of handicraft items or materials like baskets, pots, etc. And they sell in the market. And they have great demand. Still today also we have great demand on this type of handicrafts items. Am I right? Yes, absolutely. Because already we have discussed about many tribal societies or tribal groups in the previous classes. Okay, they're like income, their livelihood, especially they mainly depend on forest. Otherwise, this type of handicrafts works. Is it? So these all topics already we have discussed in the previous classes. Okay, today we are going to discuss about basket maker of Andugula village, Andugula, a village you have there, how they make baskets and how the people work, like engage in these activities like making pots or any handicrafts works. And the same time, urban slum area, in the sense, you know, group of people in the backward, especially in the cities and towns, you can see some area, group of people living in the slum area in small huts. So generally we call them slums. Okay, so the same time, basket makers. We are going to discuss about basket makers, and then after handloom weavers in Pochampalli. Pochampalli since is very famous, I think. You all know about Pochampalli saris. Am I right? Gadwal sari, Pochampalli saris, especially girls, see many faces are shining like anything because you all like more such type of clothes. Is it? Yes? Yes or no? Vaishnavi, Lakma, light smile I can see on your face when I talked about Pochampalli and all. Pochampalli silks. You are, otherwise you are like Chetan, do you like Pochampalli's like what do we call handloom items? Chetan?
Yeah, well, it's not different. We can know, sir, all over.
Fine, anyway, when we see the
When we can visit, we can know.
yes. Anyway, we will also like the designs and all. We get some pleasure when we see some of the handlooms or handicrafts items. Am I right? Whether it is women's like costumes or whatever it may be. So now let us see what is that and what are the different types of items prepared by these handicrafts people or handloom people. That is the main agenda of this topic. Okay, now all of you please get ready with your running note and look at the screen. I hope everyone can see the screen. Is it? Yes, chapter 7, handicrafts and handlooms. And the aim is to know about handicrafts and handlooms. Okay, in this chapter, we are going to learn about what is handicrafts and people, especially we are going for a case study. Case study, this is nothing but some of the people who engage in these activities, and we are going to discuss about such people, like their day-to-day life and how they get income and what are the other activities. Everything we are going to discuss in this chapter. The same way, today's topics already I have told you once again: basket makers of Andugula village. The same way, urban slum, and next is basket makers. And next is handloom weavers in Pochampalli. So these are the topics we are going to discuss about today. And before that, just look at the screen. At the beginning, I have asked you a question the same way. What do you mean by handloom industry? So here you can see a group of people standing, especially here Pochampalli and all, like especially Gadwal or Rajoli. There entire villages, especially like these all works they got from their ancestors. It means from past many years. So they are like, suppose their grandfather taught them this work and they are continuing still like the same work, and they may teach their children how to make these saris or cloths. Okay, it means from ancestors onwards they are doing the same work, and all family members may engage in this. Nowadays, slightly system changed because they started small industries or small factories for making like this type of cloths. Okay, so here in this picture, you can see a group of people, they are making cloths, and they use different types of threads, silk, you know, silk we get from like silkworm. So like silks, threads, and different raw material we can say. What do you mean by raw material? The item which we use for making finished product, generally we call raw material. Remember, raw materials we call these all threads, silks, even cotton items. These all raw materials. So they all used for making cloths or some other product. Especially here, these people, what they're doing, they're making cloths here. And the same way, here you have the definition of handloom. What is actually handloom? Oldest and most conventional method of weaving. It means we can see our traditional like style in the like handloom work. In handloom works, if you purchase a saris or silks, whatever it may be from the Gadwal or some other areas, so you can see some traditional touch in that. So our culture, tradition, everything we can see. And the same way, the people who engage in these activities, they also this all like works they learn from their ancestors. They taught them how to make saris and what design should be like decorated. Many decorations also you can see on the saris, and also embroidery work generally we call for that, how and what all the designs like should depict on the saris, everything they got from their ancestors. The same way, specialized and value added fabrics, the items or raw materials which they used, and slow speed, not fit for commercial manufacturing. So one more thing, let me tell me my experience, because once when I visited this area, so some of the people they are telling that if they want to make a sari, almost a person should engage 4 to 5 days for making saris, it seems. So that much time consumed. There is no latest machineries or tools they are using. All natural, whatever they like, their ancestors used. So the same way, some wood and all they like try. Totally we confused when we see that, but they know how to make that, and that we call handlooms. Okay, handicrafts in the sense I've told you, people make basket. Raw material is palm tree leaves they use. Am I right? Barks or palm tree leaves they use for making baskets and all. The same way handloom works also. And moreover, some people nowadays silks and all they purchase from some other places for making saris or cloth materials. Okay, fine. This is all about handlooms. And now here the handloom, what is handloom and how, what the specialty here you have? The handloom sector occupies a distinct and unique place in the Indian economy. Economy in the sense of main source of income, we can say. Great demand we have for our handlooms. Great demand in the sense even export, we can see this handloom cloths or designs. Okay, so besides being the largest generator on non-farm rural employment, and in this handloom sector, lakhs of people getting job employment or job opportunity, employment opportunity in the rural areas, especially like village areas. You know, many people engage in this type of works and they get income. Okay, so the same way the handloom industry is largely household based, carried out with their labor contributed by the entire family. It is dispersed and spread across thousands of villages and towns in the country. So here you see all, like especially all the people of the family engaged in these type of activities. Then only they get good income. Even father, mother, all together. And it spread across thousands of villages and towns in the country. It means almost all the places. When we see in our country, many villages, especially even in your villages, you can see many people engage in either handicrafts works or the handloom works. Handloom works is rare here, even though many part of our country or our place, we can see these handloom works. Many people engage in this type of activity. And along with the artistry of weavers, the Indian handloom industry demonstrate the richness and diversity of Indian culture. I have told you in the beginning. Okay, richness and diversity of Indian culture. Okay, handloom works. This means like it's a unique in the sense some like specialty, a special role we can see in these handloom works. The sector which employs about 4.3 million people. It is the second largest employment provider for the rural population in India after agriculture. See here, first place for agriculture, because agriculture field is the primary sector. You all know that lakhs of people working in the agriculture field. In addition of that, second largest employment provider, we can say these type of handloom works. It means lakhs of people, nearly 4.3 million people engage in these handloom works, it seems. So it is not bad. Am I right? Harika, Chetan, did you understand? The first place goes to agriculture sector. It means employment opportunity, job opportunity, providing job opportunity. So second place for this type of handlooms and handicrafts. Because the person, suppose if you want to learn, you just join with someone, the people who are making baskets or like any handloom works in your villages, just to go there and learn it. After some days, what happens? You can also do the same job, same work, if you get an idea about these activities. Am I right? So you will get some income through that. You will get a livelihood, we can say. So that mainly the main aim of this chapter, to know about these handlooms and handicrafts. I have told you in the beginning, the same concept conveying, because like what the benefit of these handicrafts and handlooms, the same way problems that also we have. Let us discuss about that in the coming slides. And before, see here you can see some sort of like these all handicraft work. So what beautifully they're decorated once you see. When you see this, you can understand that's what I told you, unique, some uniqueness you can see these pots and all. Or some speciality you can find in this. This all handy with the hand. Like they, first of all, they make a pot, then after decorations with different metals or materials. Am I right? Chetan, are you feeling some happy now when you see this picture? Yes, absolutely, surely. Because even though we are not purchasing that, but we get some pleasure because someone made. Am I right? Yes, the special, especially so the people who are some special skilled persons, they made this stall. And the same way here, see one more slide. You can see here a lady sitting and making some sort of like what we call candles or like deepam. Okay, we keep deepam in this type of. See how beautifully she made it with mud, clay. Yes or no? Even if you try, you can also make. Just an example, let me tell you, Ganapati Puja time, we make different idols, Ganapati idols. How many of you experience that? With mud, clay, mud. That also come under handicrafts. Am I right? Yes. Even government also say, said that decrease pollution and maximum engage in making these like idols and all with clay, mud. Yes or no? So the same way here also see these people and even Ganapati and many like what we call statues made by these handicraft people. And one more picture you can see here. What is this? A mat. Is it? Yes. Very beautiful. Can you try today? How many of you ready to do this? Let me give a task to them. At least one item. Are you ready? Harika. Anyone ready? At least anyone, like a flower vase or a pot. Okay, so shall we try? Are you all ready? Okay, then you see this picture. Possible the same you try to make. Okay, a mat is very useful for you because like you can keep in front of your home. Otherwise, someone come to your home, they may ask you, oh, who prepared it? Very beautiful, excellent. Is it? When you hear about, when you hear that word from someone, you may get very happy. Oh, somebody appreciated my work when they see. Very simple if you try, but you must try. Okay, are you all ready? Okay, then next class, I will ask you at least one item which you prepared, like a pot or an idol. Chetan, Vardhini, are you ready? Harika, hey, yes. Naveen, Kaushik, Gopi, Vignesh, Hima. Are you all ready? At least, did you prepare any time, any type of like handicraft item? Tahir, did anyone experience or did anyone prepare such type of items? Who? Anyone? Please thumbs up. Let me ask you, what did you prepare? Avinash, can you hear me, Avinash? So, no? So, what is today's task? You have to prepare at least one handicraft. Okay, Anshu, did you prepare anything? Anshu, can't hear, I think. Can you hear me? Nobody. Aha, Sahasra. Okay, fine. Sahasra, did you prepare anything?
Yes, sir.
What did you prepare? Please share.
I'll prepare a pot.
Pot with what raw material? What material you used for making pot?
With mud, sir.
With mud. Can you show me? Do you have with you now?
No, no, sir.
No. Okay, fine. Anyway, you're ready with that. Okay, in the next class, you show me.
When the holiday started, me and my sister make
Very good.
some.
Very good, Sahasra. Gone your work. Keep it up. So at least in the next class, okay, in the beginning, I will ask you the same question. That time, you please show me. So many other students raise their hand to share their experience when they prepare after preparation, what material they used. Okay, so any more students want to share your experience after? I hope many students. Okay, fine. Here, Avinash. Avinash, please come forward and share your experience. Avinash. A group of students, 3-4 students sitting together. Okay, fine. You can share.
Okay, sir.
Yes, tell me. Avinash, what did you prepare and your experience? You please share me. Nothing. Sorry, Avinash. Let me go to any other students. Yes. Sahasra. Yes, Sahasra, please unmute and speak.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, I have prepared a cow for my brother, sir.
Is it? Where is that? Can you
Sir.
show me now?
Sir, now not there, sir. I prepared in summer in my grandmother's house, sir.
And can you tell me at least what material you used for making that and what struggle or what difficulties you faced for making that?
Those were cow legs, hands. For
What
that,
material
I
you used?
faced
What
some
material you
difficulties,
used
sir.
for that?
Mud,
Yes.
sir.
Huh?
Mud, sir.
What you used and
Mud.
only mud.
Sir, that's it, sir. Only mud, sir.
Okay, very good, Sahasra. See, Sahasra shared, and even let me tell you one thing. When you prepare something, then you can understand that struggle or pain. Because when we see in the market, when they sell these products in the market, sometimes we may bargain. Am I right? How much it is? So they may tell that 50 rupees. What we will tell? Give me 10 rupees or 15 rupees. Yes or no? So if I ask Sahasra to give me that like a doll or a cow or whatever it may be she prepared, like whatever she prepared, so she may tell that no sir, I have lot of work. Is it? Yes. Yes, I get that mud, everything, a lot of pain I faced when I prepared that, so I am not ready to give you. Even if I give 100 rupees also, she may hesitate because see her hard work she may recall when she sells that. The same way here, dear students, this mat, very beautiful. So minimum 1 day work, am I right? Minimum half day we have to spend for making this type of a mat. And not only that, coming to the, see this flower vase, what beautifully prepared by a handicraft. This type of I have told you, I have given you a task. At least you try to prepare like a flower vase or a mat or something. Okay, what resources available or what raw material available in your surrounding, in your home or in your surrounding, many items, many metals. Very good. Sahasra is showing something. Sahasra, very good, Sahasra. Excellent. Keep it up. Okay. So a small, what we call small bag prepared by Sahasra. Very good work. Okay. So please speak, Sahasra. Who prepared that?
Sir, I prepared, sir.
Very good, Sahasra. You prepared that.
When
What
my
was the material
when my
different
grandmother bought a
that?
dress for my sister, for that frock, hands came, sir. So
How many days you spend for making the basket? You show. Okay, very good. Many what we
I
can
made
like
with the hand, sir.
hand. Okay, okay. So
Dresses,
one day, at least one
dresses hand.
day or half day you spend for making that, I think. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good, Sahasra. Keep it up and to go on, like, because these type of works nowadays people have no time. Even when I tell you, someone may feel that, oh sir, why unnecessarily have to spend a lot of time for making these all? So I am not ready. Yes or no? People hesitate because people not ready to do such type of hard work. Okay, you all know that preparing these all is take a lot of time, but like dear students, at least you feel, and you feel yourself, I am a handicraft person. I'm going to do, it's an experiment or experience for you, because our topic is entirely related to handicraft and handlooms. So when we learn about this, at least we have some experiences. Am I right? At least once you have to prepare and realize that. Okay. So here, one more thing you can see here, the weaver, like suppose here cloth or something they're weaving here. Okay. Yes, please mute yourself, everyone. Check yourself and please mute. Okay, I will ask you next questions.
Okay.
I can hear some voice. Please mute yourself. Okay. Yes, fine. Here you can see, so somebody making cloth or something. So see, they have some tools. These are not latest machines or machineries. So their traditional method they are using for making these all. Am I right? Weaving cloth or something. Yes or no? When we visit such type of places, then only we can realize how they are making this. And next here you can see a person standing and using these all traditional tools or machines which they used by their ancestors. Okay, so still they are continuing the same. And here you can see family members. Okay, family together. Suppose Gadwal area, if you visit like Gadwal, Advaita, can you hear me? Yes. So in Gadwal or some other areas, if you visit many houses, this group of houses or the entire village, all the people doing this type of activities and selling this item to the market. Otherwise, brokers or mediators may approach them and collect all this product and sell in the market. This type of activities generally we can see. And now here we have a heading from the concept of basket makers of Andugula village. Okay, so here Polaya is a basket maker from Andugula village in Madugula Mandal, Rangareddy districts. Okay, so this all rural area, village name. So where is that? Polaya is a basket maker. Advaita getting laugh, I think, smile when she heard about this. So the people who are living in that area, when they hear about Jannaram, Mancherial or our area, so they may also laugh Advaita. Okay, so here his name is Polaya. He's a basket maker from Andugula village in Madugula Mandal. Okay, it is in Rangareddy districts. If you want, you can go and if you want, you can visit these villages and understand this about this area and all. And here he is about 35 years old. He belongs to Yerukala, a tribal community. See here, he's a tribe. What do you mean by tribe? A community, a group of people who generally lives in the forest. Am I right? Adivasi generally we call. Adivasi group. Okay, so he belongs to Yerukala, a tribal community, a community name they have given here. Who is that? The person is Polaya. Okay, what is his name? What is his name? Polaya we call. Yes or no? Don't forget the name. Yes or no? Advaita non-stop smile or laugh, I think, when hear about this person and his work. Ariga. Okay, so Polaya is his work is to making basket, it seems, or handicraft work. His family has been weaving baskets for generations. Family also, all family members from his ancestors, father or the grandpa. So that time onwards, they are doing the same. Next year, see Bhagyamma, his wife, also work as a basket makers. His entire family. So now we can understand their main income source is this work, this handicraft work, because wife and they have 3 children. Polaya's father, along with 25 other family, came to the city about 30 years ago as the demand for basket had declined in their native village. Actually, now this Polaya and family living in city, not in the village. Why did they migrate to the city? Because there is no demand in the villages. Yes or no? Suppose let me tell you a small example. A person who making basket in your village, what you may tell him. Many people may prepare baskets and all, or small bowl or pots or chicken hoops or whatever it may be. So when we see that, we have no value for that, because every day we are continuously watching this and we are telling them, hey, I don't want that. We may purchase some other fiber, plastic or some other pots or bowl. Am I right? So the same item, when it reaches like city or town, that people may get shocked. Oh, what beautiful it is. Okay, I am ready to spend, because they have a lot of money with them and they are ready to, here 20 rupees basket, they may purchase there 50 or 100 rupees. Am I right? There they have great demand. Okay, all the village items, whatever it may be. Suppose just before she showed me a bag. Yes or no? So the same bag, if she sell in the market, not in the village, in the urban area with some beautiful, like if she make 10 to 20 bags, and if she sell in the towns or city, if she take this and sell in the town or city, she has that items have great demand. Yes or no? Many people may approach her the same way. See here, he sells baskets on the pavement of Chandigarh in Hyderabad. Where he migrated to Hyderabad? He is living in Hyderabad actually. Payment in the sense a footpath, a rough sitting on the in the footpath and selling his items. Okay, so here you have a question. Polaya, why did he migrate from the village? Actually, his items, there is no great demand for that, so he migrated to the towns. And his family members all together making different types of items here. Yes or no? So in the villages, there is no great demand for this all. So he migrated to the town for selling these items. Okay, students, now see, Polaya uses spines of what raw material he used. What raw material in the sense? What material he used for making basket we call raw material. Spines of wild date palm. You know date palm? Palm tree. Yes or no? Ita chettu we call in local. Ita chettu. Leaves to make baskets. Okay, what they generally use for making basket. Dear students, that's what I've told you. XP today itself collect some Ita chettu leaves. Okay, try at least once, like how a small pot at least from your side and place in your showcase. Okay, where you have a showcase in your home. Your handicrafts. Okay, Advaita already raised her. I'm very happy. At least one student raised his hand. No, I'm ready. Okay, fine. So next, what will he do after collecting that? You see here, using a knife, she shaves off the leaves and keeps them in a hot sunshine to dry them. Okay, so after dry only he used. Okay, here you have he shaves off in the sense like polish it with a knife. What we call for that, like chipping or something we use in Telugu. Okay, so with a knife only he is doing, shaves off the leaves for finishing and keeps them in hot sunshine to dry them. The raw material, wild date palm leaves, are brought in bundles from Andugula, their native village. From where he get this raw material? From his village. His relatives in Andugula collect the spines from the bushes around their villages and sell them to the basket makers in like Polaya. So his relatives distributing this raw material or palm tree leaves to these Polaya or some other handicraft people. And Andugula is about 60 kilometers from Hyderabad. Actually, distance they have clearly given 60 kilometer distance we have from Hyderabad to Andugula village. Actually, the raw material they collected from this village, who especially Polaya or some other people who is doing this type of handicrafts works, and they get these all items from the villages. Especially in township, we cannot see Tati Chettu or something, or Ita Chettu or something. Am I right? The people who lives in the village, they know very well about this. Once you go and ask Hyderabad, the people who are living in the urban area like you, small children who is studying in the 4th or 5th classes, once you talk to them, if you tell them Ita Chettu or Tati Chettu, they may ask you what is Chettus and all. Am I right? Because they don't have any idea about this type of trees or plants. So as you are living in the rural areas or outskirts, so you have great idea about these trees, plants and all. Okay, fine children. Now, the cost of the sea, each bundle of date palm spines cost rupees 120. Polaya and other basket makers usually bring 10 bundles for 2 months. So each bundle 120 rupees, 10 bundles he purchased from for 2 months, enough it seems. And Polaya's family makes 25 boxes from one bundle. With one bundle palm spines, they can make 25 baskets it seems. 10 bundles of spines would give them about 250 baskets. It takes 30 minutes to make one basket. Times also they are given. Only for Polaya or such type of like what we call experienced persons, they can make within 30 minutes. If I try, it take almost 1 day or 2 days. Yes or no? As we don't know how to prepare this all, and if we try, okay, so experience is all. These people are very experienced because every day they're doing the same work. They can make it within half an hour. And see, he weaves baskets from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a few break or to eat and rest. See here, morning 10. Okay, timing they have given, maybe early morning he may start and up to 5 o'clock. he continuously he do this work, and he make nearly 25 baskets. So the same way, Polaya sell each baskets for ₹20. Sometimes customer ask for a bigger basket for family rituals. So here actually 20 baskets sometimes Polaya used to sell. Sorry, 20 rupees per basket. So sometimes people may ask a big basket to him. Okay, sometimes for some family rituals or religious process or something, they may ask. So he has to prepare large or big baskets. Under that circumstances, he collect. These are sold at higher prices depending on the amount of raw materials used. He sells basket throughout the year. So here, dear students, this is the main livelihood or main income source of Polaya. And not only this person, many lakhs of people who living in the rural area, especially in tribal societies. Okay, so their main means of livelihood, income, the source of income is making basket or pots, making pots, or different types of, only one example they have given here. Not only this, many different types of activities they are doing, and they are getting their livelihood. Okay, children. So okay, so this all for today's students. Okay, so remaining concept we will discuss in the next session. So we need some more time, and I'm like a small homework to you all. Already have given you. Prepare anyone handicraft item and show me in the next. Oh, you all are very sad. Okay, please make a ball or basket, whatever it may be. Okay, actually Sahasra, very good. Okay, Sahasra, at least some more items I am expecting from you. Continue it. And all of you. Okay, both Sahasras, CS Sahasra and T Sahasra. Okay, so everyone. Okay, not only Sahasras, Sahasra square I can call. Okay, not only Sahasras, and everyone, please make and show me in the next class, and read the concept once and attend the class. Okay, fine.